As an Irishman, I can admit to one thing. The French know how to do a good potato dish, and Pommes Anna is a perfect example of that. It is crispy layers of potato, beautiful melted butter, and it basically is one of the most epic side dishes you will ever come across. I'm going to show you how to make it. It's very simple. You need potatoes, butter, and we're going to add a little bit of a twist with some Parmesan cheese and some truffle oil. First things first, let's get our butter on to melt. You've got a heck load of butter going in here. It's not exactly a light dish, but it is one that results in crispy potatoes and absolute potato perfection. Now, while that butter is melting down, we need to talk about potatoes. The potato you choose for your Pommes Anna is incredibly important. You want a semi-waxy potato, something that is going to hold its shape and isn't going to break down. Something like a Maris Piper or a Yukon Gold will do it. Even a rooster potato will do the job as well. So we've got 3 potatoes here. I've sliced up some here. Now, the trick to getting a really good Pommes Anna is having consistency in your slicing. And to do that and to get that, I'm using a mandolin. Now, these things are incredibly sharp, so you have to be very careful with your fingers and just take your time until you get these nice wafer-thin slices that look just like that. Let's get slicing. So I have all my beautiful little potato slices. We're gonna layer these up in a little cast iron pan like this. I wanna butter this, and I wanna butter a little parchment paper top for these. Now, if you don't have one of these, it is not the end of the world. It is very easy to do this in a larger one, but I quite like the fact that you get these dainty little Pommes Annas in individual servings. So a generous amount of butter goes on each single one, and the same on this. And then all I'm gonna do is place one of these parchment paper lids, which I've sliced out in the same size as the pan. I'm just going to brush with a touch more butter, and this is going to help you get this lovely sort of even brown over the top of these potatoes. So I have my Pommes Anna station here. I have my butter, I have my sliced potatoes, I have my parchment paper lid, a little bit of foil. But now we're going to give this a little bit of a twist. If you wanted the classic Pommes Anna, you go in here with some thyme and some potatoes, but we're going to up the ante a little bit. We're going to add a touch of truffle oil for that extra hit of decadence, and a tiny touch of Parmesan cheese, which I'm just going to grate over at the end. So now it's a case of layering this up with a little few thyme sprigs all the way through, just until you have a nice little Pommes Anna potato cake. I'm adding in a bit of Parmesan cheese, which will just add this salty bite in amongst those lovely little crispy layers. So it's just a case of keeping on, taking your time, and building up this little potato cake. Last little sprigs of thyme over the tops of these, just so you get that nice little hit of aromatic flavor. I'm just going to take my little buttered parchment paper disc and then place that down in and around those potatoes, and then put this on and just bring that down to a very low heat. So what I'm looking for is to melt down that butter and get a really nice golden brown bottom to this gorgeous Pommes Anna. And while it's cooking away, I'm going to crack on with the other one, and then we're going to stick both in the oven once they're ready. Okay, my 2 little Pommes Anna smell fantastic. I've got truffle oil, I've got thyme, I've got Parmesan, all wafting around the kitchen right about now. And now I'm going to take them off now that they've got a lovely golden bottom to them. And who doesn't love a golden bottom in the kitchen? We're going to add a touch of tin foil over the top of these, and then they're going to go straight into the oven to cook off just until they've cooked all the way through. You've got beautiful tender potatoes and a crispy, crunchy golden top. What more could you want? Okay, these are tucked into a little tin foil bed, and now they're ready for the oven, which is preheated at 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and they're going to cook off for about 40 to 45 minutes, just until those potatoes are nice and tender in the center. And just before the end, I'm going to take off the tin foil so we get that really lovely golden top to them. Okay, I'm pretty sure, yes, they are. My Pommes Anna are done, and they smell absolutely incredible. Right now, they are piping hot, so I'm going to leave them to rest and then turn them out and serve. So it's had a little time to rest at this point, and I've just run around the edges with an offset spatula. So this is the moment of truth. I've loosened it up as much as I can. I'm going to turn it out onto a plate, and boom! Look at that! absolutely beautiful, crispy top to that. I'm gonna finish it off with a touch of sea salt over the top. I'm gonna grab up a knife and fork. This is probably one of my favorite things to eat. And if you're a fan of potato dauphinoise, this is like potato dauphinoise without the cream, but with all that crispy potato. And I'm not going to make the mistake, which I normally do, and burn the mouth off me. I'm just gonna take that crispy layer of potato. This is why this recipe has been knocking around for so long. Crispy layers that actually almost kind of get sweet when they've crisped up and become nice and golden. It's something you could probably enjoy even without anything else. It's just that good. If you want the recipe, you will get it in the box below over on my website. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share this video, and comment beneath if you are going to try this beautiful classic French pomme dish. And until then, my friends, see you soon. Now, I'm gonna eat it with my mouth. Knife and fork.